What if there was no one else but you? November 20, 2014. Today we have been asked to further elaborate upon the often talked about term all are one. Certainly this is something that those of you drawn to this message have heard, but we would like to share with you our perspective in hopes of helping you to truly understand the magnitude of this statement. There are many of you who will find this message to be mind-blowing or even impossible to some of you, and of course there will still be others who are already on some level aware of what we are about to share. So with that, allow us to begin sharing our perspective. What would you say if we told you there is only you? There are no others, no other people, no other places, no other experiences. There is only you. You might respond by asking us to further explain, and with that, we most certainly will. In this reality, you perceive yourselves to be separate entities, separate from one another. Some of you are starting to understand the complexity of just how interconnected each of you truly are, but we would say the majority remain very unaware. Each and every being that you perceive on your planet, in your world, and within your reality is quite simply you. There is no one else, there are no other souls. Take a moment to really contemplate what this truly means. Many of you have become familiar with the term, what goes around comes around, or do unto others as you would have done to you, or you cannot do harm to another without doing harm to yourself. Why do you think that is? We will tell you, because there is no one else but you. This would mean that each being that you interact with is another incarnation of your own soul. We have often referred to each being as having their own soul, and to some degree this is true as each incarnation carries with it its own unique aspect of you. However, from our perspective, each of you share the same soul, just as we are also another aspect of you. You are the universe and everything contained within it. You are exploring more of all that is, through the infinite incarnations you have chosen for yourself so that you may learn from perceiving the universe from each unique perspective there is to have. Each of the billions of souls incarnated upon your world is another aspect of you. It is another incarnation that your soul has chosen to create so that you may learn and grow from the infinite experiences you choose to create. We have often explained each lifetime as being separate and past messages, though this was simply to allow you to gradually understand the complexity and intricacy contained within your reality. And the truest explanation, all are one, all are of the same source, all are of the same soul. Now we realize that this may seem quite impossible to some of you. This would mean that every soul, good or bad, terrible or great, are all aspects of you. They are other incarnations of your soul. This would also imply that you are able to interact with other incarnations of yourself on a daily basis. Many are always so very intrigued by past lives, and to this we smile as there really are no past lives, just different vibrational frequencies that appear to be separate or divided by time as you know it. As we often say, all lives are being experienced concurrently, as we do not perceive time to be linear. Rather, all time is experienced simultaneously. The reality that you perceive to be your world is from our perspective holographic. It is a projection of the thoughts, energy, and intentions of all aspects of all that is, you. It is an ever-changing energetic web that morphs and shifts infinitely as each facet of you changes, morphs, and shifts as individual incarnations as well as collectively. You see, this is why we have so very often said, all are one. Often when first introduced to this staggering truth, many are left with the question, if there is only me, what is the purpose of all this then? And to this we reply, to learn, grow, evolve, and experience more of all that is. So we encourage you to keep growing, to keep learning and continually evolve on this journey you have chosen to embark upon. We hope that this message has served you, and that you find yourselves being far more compassionate towards the many other incarnations you have chosen for yourselves. Remember, all are one, all are from the same source. In love and light, we are your angelic guides. Channeled by Taryn Creamy. www.angelic-guides.com